what do you have to say about Tonka? I saw some of your stream earlier, but I guess you can just repeat it if you want.
I ain't reading that script again.
Well, okay. Well, give us a summation,
synopsis. A clip note.
Tell them failure, disavow, all that kind of shit.
That's a very short synopsis.
To all those that I will upset with this fucking stream, but I have to make this video scratch that stream. I can't stand by and pretend that the events this week were okay. Many people invested their time and money into going to see this fight, and the end result was fucking shit. I would have never imagined that it was going to end this way, because I truly believed that there was going to be a fight. We were going to see a fight. It was... it's going to be a spectacle. Instead of it going smooth and us all being in Knoxville or watching it online, it is now canceled because of a stupid action. The action being that Tonka decided of all weeks to change his name during the week of the fight. Any normal person would have had it cross their mind that something like this could throw a wrench into the works and avoid doing it that week. What makes it worse is the lack of owning up 100% to actions. There should not be any 20% responsibility here. There should be a straight up standalone apology to those people who paid money and took vacation time to go watch this. The guy might not want to admit it. God damn it, I forgot to turn those off. The guy might not want to admit it, but this is a fucking L. Which is fucking sad, because right now I don't want to give Andy a W because he didn't earn this. This should have been through a fight. There was no fight. There could have been one, and some people are still trying to set one up, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And even if it does, it doesn't matter, because it was supposed to happen on the 19th. This was the chance. Not just for him, but the people that backed him. A lot of people had a lot invested in this. Fucking puts egg on a lot of people's face, even if they don't want to accept it at this point. They still going strong. Yeah, no, this is fucking egg on your face. It is, and it sucks. It sucks. This is a worse victory than if he got knocked out in the ring. If he got knocked out in the ring, whatever. That's fucking two people fought. All right. But there wasn't even a fucking fight. I'm going off fucking script now. I get that there are fans that are still Team Tonka that will hate me for anything. That will hate me for anything that I'm saying. But there is no point to keep going with this. The chance was there, and it was blown. Even when he had a chance last night, when he went on Rakita Law's live stream to save face, that was blown. He couldn't just own up to the fact that he fucked up. Instead opted to go for other excuses on why the fight didn't happen. If there was a deadline and an extension, but the requirements weren't met, then that was on Tonka. Since we're on the topic of that stream... jeez. Since we're on the topic of that stream, I heard him arguing with Andy Warski about how Andy Warski stole money from me. Which I agree. But that was not the damn time. That was not the damn time to bring it up. It wasn't relevant to the issue. And was an insult to all the people who put down thousands of dollars to go watch the fight. Personally, I wish he wouldn't bring up my name again, seeing as him saying that Andy didn't pay me is a big reason the issue with the money being taken back was ever a thing. I went out of my way to say that Andy did indeed pay me, but it didn't matter because Tonka wouldn't admit he was wrong, and the grudge between them was already too deep. He probably wouldn't. He probably won't admit he is wrong here either. There will probably be some long-winded speech about how I never appreciated anything that he did for me, which isn't true. Yeah, it's not. I've plenty of times in the past fucking said he's done a lot for me. At the same time, though, so much in the last year has been fucking hell because of some of his actions. Not just for me, but many others too. Unfortunately, many people actually like the guy when he isn't being an asshole. That is why I'm going to just be walking away. Not from YouTube. I'm not here to make war with Tonka, but I am done with the guy. We had some fun times, and hell, up until the fight was canceled, I was looking forward to going up to Knoxville and meeting the dude. It isn't doing me any good to stick around him, though. I no longer want to be accused of knowing things I don't know or having to answer for other people's actions. I also do not want to be brought up. The whole tell them failure meme, I find the whole meme funny, but the real thing was fucking annoying. Jesus, you don't need a third party to validate your words, man. Let them stand on their own. I get it. It might be a tick like my ums, ahas, and sighs, but geez. Oh, and one last thing, I should have spoken up about this, but it was really shitty how AP got f***ed over last week. I'll give a quick rundown. Basically, from my understanding, Unknown Archive played a clip of Tonka's old wrestling match. Tonka got word that AP was in the chat. In turn, he decided to ban two of AP's YouTube accounts. By the way, I know I'm gonna get fucking plenty of shit for the fucking guitar riff, but we're almost fucking done here. During the Kumite, AP went on a third account to ask why he was banned, despite people making Tonka aware that AP actually defended Tonka. Tonka proceeded to ban AP. Later, when I was trying to be a fucking peacekeeper, that never goes fucking good. Tonka flipped it and said he was trying to protect AP because AP recently had a heart attack. Reality is that Tonka had an issue with AP being neutral in the fight with him and Warski. Because AP didn't pick a side, Tonka had no problem treating him like that.
Failure, what's going on, man? We're having a really smooth time tonight. How you doing?
What's happening, white niggers? I'm here for my 15-second redemption arc. Oh, fuck. Is it almost up? Shit. What's happening?
So what happened? What do you have to say about Tonka? I saw some of your stream earlier, but I guess you can just repeat it if you want.
I ain't reading that fuck script again.
Well, okay. Well, give us a summation.
Synopsis. A clip notes.
Tell them failure, disavow, all that fucking shit.
That's a very short synopsis.
Look, I was fucking on board. I was ready to fucking go up in the fight and all this. By the way, the fucking corner man thing, the license and all that shit, was never fucking told shit about that. Just to answer that question. Yeah, no.
He never asked you to be his corner man.
No, I was never told about a fucking license or a fee or any of that shit.
But were you asked to go down there with him?
Up. I'm in Miami. But yeah, I was supposed to go up and do that shit. Yeah.
Did he say anything about like, oh, we'll stay together or this is where I'm staying?
From what he said, the promoter had a hotel room booked.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding was that the promoter was giving reimbursement, and that the athletes or competitors actually booked their own accommodations. I don't know if maybe, but
well, you got to talk to them. I wasn't in.
Yeah,
I wasn't in all that shit.
So you pretty much cut ties with TonkaSaw tonight on your stream. What led you to do that?
What do you mean? What led me to do this? This is a fucking L, man. Like I'm fucking taking an L as far as being on that team because it should have been fucking in order. There should have been a fucking fight.
Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, I don't see how any objective person or just anybody with a brain is just not completely willing to go all the way in the tank for Tonka can look at this and not call this a massive fuck up and a massive L. Even if you take him at his word that he actually wanted to fight, which many people are not. You know, changing your name, what, on the, I think it was the 12th?
The worst fun time to do it.
Yeah, what are you doing? And then you signed it. You didn't even sign a legal name on the document, which means the contract itself is not even enforceable. The first one, I don't know. It's just complete. I think, needless to say, probably doing the right thing, cutting ties with old Tonka there.
By the way, I'm sure plenty of people ain't fucking happy that I'm here. Plenty of people in your regular audience ain't happy that I'm here. But the whole thing with this fucking the IBS fucking shit was supposed to be fucking people actually talking to each other. It turned into fucking people not even yelling from the opposite sides of the fucking street. Like it was a thing where people didn't even fucking talk anymore.
You saw a little bit of, I guess you saw probably all of Tonka's appearance on Ricado last night. We ended up kind of jumping into that stream ourselves. I only went on for a second just to kind of tweak him a little bit. But what did you think of his performance last night? Was there anything noble about what he said or did on that program?
I think Nick gave him an opportunity to be honest, and instead of just being honest, he was, 20% blame, and didn't. The first thing that should have been said was sorry to the fucking fans that wanted to see this fight. Yeah, well,
and look, we're still going to make fun of him. We were still going to rag on him for sure. But if he had came out and just said, look, it's my fault, I'm sorry. And really the people he needs to be apologizing to are there's not that many Kumite viewers anymore, but several of them actually booked accommodations, spend a lot of money out of pocket. These, I don't know that maybe they're independently wealthy, some of these people, but I doubt it. And that's a pretty big blow to the old pocketbook. I saw one of the retards over there saying, well, I had trip insurance. I just I just got my money back. No big deal. Well, yeah, not everybody did. Some people maybe took vacations around this, or like Nick Ricada said, he had to set up, babysitters for his, his brood of children there. It's not just a simple, oh, I just got my money back. No big deal. It's just, I don't know. Some of these people are so deep in the tank for this guy. I've described it as a cult-like mentality over there with the way he disavowed. He just threw AP under the bus for no logical reason whatsoever. And I know you talked about that a little bit earlier. Do you see it the same way, as it's almost like a cult? And if you go against Tonka, sure, I mean, you're never gonna you don't have to cut ties with them anymore. Just being on this program saying these things tonight, I don't think you have to worry about old Tonka trucks reuniting with you. But
there are still a lot of people that fucking will just go with whatever is said, and to them I'll say, dude, if you actually want to fuck stay around, if you actually want to have fun on this fucking shit, just do your own thing, because he ain't internet people. He could disconnect whenever he fucking wants. Meanwhile, the people that actually wanted to do this, fucking, they're stuck, Like, I wanted to do this. I never wanted to fucking be huge. I just wanted to have my fucking little fucking rinky-dink channel and watch stupid videos, and it went to the point where I didn't even have that anymore,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just being associated with this guy in any way whatsoever, and you really didn't even go on the Kumite that much anymore. But just the it's poison being associated with this guy, and loyalty to him is kind of a one-way street, I've noticed as well. And if you just mildly go against him,
I haven't really listened to his show. I don't think he's streamed in a while since the AP thing.
You know more about the AP situation, right? Why did he AP's? He used to go on the Kumite all the time and provide
because he didn't go against Andy.
That's literally it.
Yeah,
that and Unknown Archive played a video clip of Tonka wrestling, and because AP was in the chat, he basically took offense to AP even being in the chat watching that. Later, people informed him, no, AP was actually telling Unknown, like, hey, I'm not here to see Tonka. Take him off the screen. I don't want to see that. And yeah, he just banned his YouTube accounts. And when AP tried to ask, hey, why the fuck am I banned? Not like that. He just asked, why am I banned here? He got banned again, and people started asking him why'd you ban AP? And they just went into fucking dead air mode, which I found like really shitty. Like the shitty part is the people that are in that circle, the co-host and everything, don't think that he did anything wrong against AP. They think that AP overreacted.
Really?
Well, all the co-hosts there are new blood, so to speak, except Vamp, which Vamp's going to defend him. I mean, he could go out and somebody, and she's going to defend. It doesn't matter, honestly. She's going to defend anything Tonka ever does. I've never heard her legitimately criticize Tonka for anything. Have you?
She's done it in private, but she won't do it publicly.
Well, I don't know. I've just not seen it. So it's just, she seems like she defends everything, and then you have Akagen and Leaf and all these weirdos. AP was around back when the Kumite was actually, good and watchable. And a lot of people who were still around still liked AP. So when he threw him under the bus, people, old fans of theirs were saying, what in the fuck? Like, even they could see something was up with this when you start doing shit like that. You know what I mean? To me, there's different Tonkas. You know what I mean? You could be talking to him about wrestling or pop culture or whatever, or having a laugh, and yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, I enjoy talking to this guy. But then if you somehow cross him or he thinks you're encroaching on him, he'll, his stance changes. He definitely likes to get dirt on people and stuff like that too. I don't know. I won't go all into it, but yeah, I think that there's different Tonkas. And if he thinks you're an enemy of his or something like that, it changes. And he says he's not internet people and this and that, but I've never seen anybody more sensitive to commentary on them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of times where he's been caught in lies or just saying stuff that was misinformation or just a mistake or whatever, and instead of just owning up and being like, yeah, I was wrong, it deflects into something else.
Yeah, I think he's a pathological liar. I actually do. And just lying about things that are easily verified as lies too.
Yeah.
Like he was saying the Warpath Warski show was getting 10,000 viewers and just stuff out of control. He was saying our show was getting 250 viewers before the Monday Mass stream, and which is just untrue.
Well, you saw it with the Nick thing, as far as when Nick called him out on the whole thing about the leg lock, knee, elbow thing. Yeah,
that too. Like, why would you lie about that? The promoter's not going to cover that lie. Mm-hmm. I mean, and he's very approachable. I mean, you just message him, and especially Andy, he talking to him all the time because he was going to be on the card. It's like, why do you think you'd be able to get away with saying something like that?
It could have simply been a thing where you say, I thought this was from Andy, I was wrong. But it's like the wrong word can't escape his mouth.
Well, and that's another thing. He has and it goes with the apology thing, I guess, too. He really doesn't want to own up to. I don't know that I've heard him own up to a mistake. I can't think of one off the top of my head anyway.
Even last night, he was trying to deflect it, and saying it's only 20% his fault.
Yeah, it's like, what?
His fault.
When you're trying to be an internet god, you can't be wrong.
Well, look, dude, I've been wrong. I've made mistakes on this program. I just talked about one of them just a second ago. I mean, humans make mistakes. That's normal. And I understand sometimes you don't want to apologize or whatever. Maybe you don't always apologize, but being unable to even acknowledge some missteps doesn't mean you have to go in there and do a mea culpa and just, oh God, I'm so sorry. But even being able to look at yourself critically in any way, I don't know.
Failure. Do you regret backing up some of his lies?
Yeah, I regret not calling out a lot of things to him directly. Like here's the thing: that script and everything. A lot of those things I should have just said it to him. But you know why I didn't just sit down and have that talk to him and put that all out there to him?
Why?
He would have just talked around me. He would have just convinced me, like, no, stick around. Everything's gonna still be good. The fight's gonna still happen. And it's like, you don't get it. Like, one thing I didn't bring up: moving the fight to another state does not make up for all the people that still paid to go to that Knoxville, Tennessee fight.